Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video of Java tutorial. In the last video we have seen a switch statement in Java, and in this video we are going to see for loop concepts in Java. So this is an agenda of this course. We are going to see what is for loop, simple for loop, for each loop, and how to give a label for loop, and what is the use of giving label in for loop. First of all, what is for loop? It is used to iterate a part of program several times. That is the purpose of for loop. If the number of iteration is fixed, you should go with for loop. Otherwise, you should go with while or do while loop that we will discuss in the upcoming videos. This is a syntax of simple for loop. So you should use a keyword for, open parenthesis, and first you have to give initialization, semicolon, and you have to give the condition, semicolon, increment or decrement, and set of statement that need to be executed should go within the curly braces. This is a syntax of for loop. Let's see what is initialization. It is the initial condition which is executed when the loop starts. Next we'll see condition. It is the second condition which is executed each time to test the condition of the loop. First, for loop will done with initialization. Next, it will check the condition. Then, if the condition is true, it will execute this block and it will go for increment or decrement. Let's say increment or decrement. It increment or decrement the variable value that we have given in the initialization. So this is the overall syntax of for loop. We will see shortly how to use for loop in Java. So for each loop. So for each loop is used to traverse through array or collections in Java. So the advantage of for loop is you don't need to increment or decrement value, and it will be taken care by the Java compiler. So this is a simple syntax of for loop. You have to use for and the data type of variable and colon followed by a collection if it is an array, or you can use it for maps or array list or whatever the collection that you are using. You have to give the variable of that collection and curly braces which contain set of code need to be executed. We will see the practical example of for each loop as well now. And label for loop. Normally break and continue keywords break or continue the innermost for loop. If you use a break keyword, it will break the for loop, there is an inner for loop. If you use a continue, it will just skip the inner for loop. But if you want to break an outside for loop, in the case of nested for loop, it contains 2 or 3 or more than 2 for loops, and you can give a name to each for loop. And just by denoting the label, you can have a control to break any for loop, either the outer loop or inner loop, just by giving a label. So there is an advantage of giving label to the for loop. We will see shortly now how to give label to the for loop. So now go to Eclipse, and I have created a new class for loop here. First we will see a simple for loop that we have just saw how to write a for loop in the PPT. So I will write a for loop to print the number from 1 to, let's say, 20. So to do that, I have to use a keyword for loop. I have created a main method that you can see here. So I have to use a for keyword, and I have to initialization. The very first step we have to do is initialization. I will initialize a variable I with a value 1. And I want to print from 1 to 20. So I have created a condition that this variable I should be lesser than or equal to 20. Then again semicolon, and I have to increment every time after the set of statement executed. So to increment, I can able to increment or decrement. So if I just want to increment because I want to print from 1 to 20. So I'm using an increment operator which is plus plus. Have created a curly braces. So now I just want to print number from 1 to 20. So I have used the sysout, that is system.out.print, and inside that I'm giving the value of the variable I. So what happened when you execute this code is, first Java assign variable I with value 1, then it will check the condition whether the 1 is lesser than 20. Yes, it is true. So this block will get executed, then it will increment. Once it is increment, then again it will check. Now it will be 2. Okay, so again it will check 2 is lesser than or equal to 20. Yes, so this will get executed and again go for increment. Now it will become 3. Now it will check whether 3 is lesser than or equal to 20. Then it will execute this set of block because the condition is true, and it will keep on iterating, and when the increment operator reaches 20, it will check 20 is lesser than or equal to 20. Yes, now the set of block will be executed. That means it will print 20, then it will increment. Now it will be 21, and it will check the condition 21 is lesser than or equal to 20. It is false, so it will just come out of this curly braces and start executing the code which is present after the for loop. This is how a simple for loop works. Let's execute and see. So in the console window, you can see it prints the number from 1 to 20. So this is how a simple for loop works. So now I just want to reverse it. I want to print from 20 to 1. So I have to initialize with the value 20. I should be greater than or equal to 1, and I should decrement because I want to decrease the variable I after each iteration, so I'm using a decrement operator. So now you can see that it prints the value from 20 to 1. Okay, this is in one case, and now I want to skip some steps. For example, I want to print only an even integer. So it should be 20, and the next will be 18, and the next will be 16. So how can I do that? Means you can control that in the increment operator. I minus equal to 2, which is nothing but I minus 2. That is 20 minus 2, 18 after the first block executed, and 18 minus 2, 16 after the second block get executed. This is how it will work. So you have to control that using, this is nothing but I equal to I minus 2. This is a short form of I equal to minus 2. Sorry, it's I minus equal to 2. Okay, so let's see. It print 20, 18, 16, 14. That means it just skip one number between 20 and 18, 18 and 16. So this is how you can skip the iteration with increment or decrement. In the same way, you can put I plus equal to 2 when you're printing from 1 to 2 to print a given integer. Okay, so this is a very simple for loop. And next we will create an integer. Now I'll assign some value. Let's say 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay, so I want to print the integer value. So it's showing the value of local variable is not used, so we'll use it shortly. So I just want to print this array A. What are the values which is present in the array A? I want to print using for each loop. So to do that, I have to use a for keyword, and I should use this data type, which means int followed by any variable. I have to declare any variable followed by colon and this one. The value of the local variable is not used, it's showing in error. So So let's use that one, I. Okay, let execute and see. It print 2, 3, 5, 6. So the syntax of for each loop is you have to initialize a variable of data type which is similar to this array data type. So I have created a variable in type colon array variable name. You have to put it here, and whatever operation you want to do, you can do that. For example, I can add the value of each. That is if you want to add +1 with all the values present in this array, I can do so with I +1. So when it print, it will add 1 to all the numbers present in this array. For example, 2 becomes 3, 3 becomes 4, 5 becomes 6, and 6 becomes 7. So this is an example of a for each loop, and you can use the for each loop in collections such as array list, hash map, or whatever map you're linked to hash map, or whatever map you're using. You can use a for each loop as well. Okay, so this is all about a for each loop. When we go for collections, I will tell you how to use for each loop in hash map, how to effectively use the for each loop in hash map and list. So as of now, this is enough, and now we will see a label for loop. So you have to give some label name for the for loop. It can be any meaningful name, or it can be like out of for followed by colon. You have to start your for loop for int I is equal to 1, I lesser than 10, and I ++. So I'm declaring another label called inner_for, and I'm creating a nested for loop with variable j equal to 1 and j lesser than or equal to 10, j ++. Okay. So I'm going to print I and j. So you will have a better understanding of how the nested for loop is getting executed. So as of now, just forget about this outer for and inner for and just concentrate on the nested for loop concept. Okay, so once we're done with the nested for loop, then we will go for the use of label. So I'm just printing value I plus space and plus j. So first it will print I, then it will print j, and it will keep on iterating. Okay, so this is how a nested for loop works. First, it will enter into this line and it will take I is equal to 1, and with I is equal to 1, it will go inside the nested for loop and start executing from 1 to 10 with value I is equal to 1. For example, with I is equal to 1, it starts printing from 1 to 10. That you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with I is equal to 1. So once that is done, then it will come out here and go to the outer for loop, and this will get incremented by 1 time, and now the I become 2. You can see here, then again it will print from 1 to 2 with value 2 which was assigned to I. But you can see here, I can print from 1, that is j is printing from 1 to 10 with 2, so that it will keep on iterating up to I become 10. So we have used I lesser than 10. If you want to print up to 10, then you should use I lesser than or equal to 10. So it print up to 10. You can see here. This is how a nested for loop works. So now we will see the advantage of label for loop. So for example, let's say if j equal to 5. Okay, so just assume if j equal to 5, then I want to break the inner loop. I can do so by just adding the if condition. If j is equal to 5, then the inner for loop will break and this value get incremented. You can see here, when the j become 5, this inner for loop is terminated and this outer for loop is incremented to 2 and it will print up to 5, and because since j reaches 5, this inner for loop terminated and outer for loop incremented to 3 and it will print from 1 to 5. Okay, suppose if I want to break the outer for loop, I don't have an option if I don't declare or I don't use a label name. So if you want to break an outer for loop when this condition met, then I should use break space this outer for loop name. So if I execute this one, you can see here it break the outer for loop when j become 5. So first it will be I, and with that I it will enter into the inner for loop and it will print from 1 to 5. Once the j value reaches 5, then this condition will check whether j is equal to 5. Yes, so it will enter inside this, and here we have used a break statement followed by we have given or mentioned a label here. So it will go and check this is a for loop having the label, so it will just break the entire for loop. It will comes out and what are the value which is present after that, it will start executing that. So this is an advantage of giving label to the for loop. You can use the same for continue as well. Continue, it will just skip this condition and start executing the remaining condition. So that is the purpose of continue. Break is to terminate and continue is to skip the particular condition. So let me show you how to do that. I use the bar continue here instead of break. So once j reaches 5, then it doesn't exit, it will just continue to the next iteration of the outer for loop. It will go to the outer for loop and increment the value and it start executing. It doesn't terminate the program, it will just skip the program. So that is the purpose of continue. Okay, so now we have seen a labeled for loop. So let's say if you want to create an infinite loop, then how can we do that? So let's say I want to print a set of string or number continuously, that is for an infinite number of times. I can do that with for loop. You have to create a for loop with an empty parenthesis and it should contain 2 semicolon. That's it, because one is here initialization should come, here condition should come and increment should come, but I want that to be infinite, so I haven't mentioned initialization, I haven't mentioned condition, I haven't mentioned increment or decrement. If I execute that one, infinite so it will keep on printing the value infinite loop that you can see here. The only way is I should stop the Java compiler by clicking the terminate one. So this is one way of creating an infinite loop using for loop. So we can create an infinite loop using while and do while, that we will see in the upcoming videos. So thank you for watching this video. If you have any doubt, just drop a doubt in the comment section. I'll get back to you or I will reply as soon as I saw your doubts. And if you like this video, give thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye bye.